Hey, welcome to Early On. We provide programming for children 0 to 6 in Brantford and Brant County. My name is Pauline, and today we're going to do some science activities today. So for the first one, we're going to make a balloon inflate. And to do this, we need a few items. So we need a tablespoon, or 1 tablespoon measuring a spoon, and we need a 1/3 cup, a measuring cup. We for sure need a balloon, and we need some baking soda, and we need vinegar, and we need a water bottle. And all of these things you might have at home. If not, very easy to find them at the dollar store for sure. All right, so for the first activity, we're going to use our funnel. And we're going to put it in the top. Make sure you have one wet, and then because we're going to need one for the baking soda. So I have my vinegar here, and I'm just going to open the lid. All right. So I'm going to use my 1/3 cup, and I'm going to pour the vinegar in. Just a safety reminder, it's a good idea when you want to do these activities to please go and get a grown-up, because some of these activities need extra help with cutting, because we're going to be cutting today with a sharp utensil. So I just want to be very clear that you must have an adult with you when you're doing these activities for sure. All right. So what we're going to do first is, once we have a grown-up that's poured the vinegar in, then you can pour the vinegar in to the bottle. All right, so we'll take the funnel out of this one. So once we have that ready, we're going to take our balloon. So with our other funnel, we're going to take the balloon and we're going to put the balloon around the bottom of the funnel. So for this one, you can absolutely do it by yourself, but you can also have your parent help you measure out. So we need 2 tablespoons of baking soda. So just put this over here. All right, so we're going to scoop our baking soda out. So we'll do it one at a time. So make sure, you can't see it there, make sure that you level it off. Perfect. So once you have 1 tablespoon, we're going to put it in the top of the funnel. I'm just going to kind of shake it into the balloon. You can tap it on the side. Now we're going to add 1 more tablespoon. So we'll add 1 more, and again, make sure we level it out. And then we're going to pour that inside, and we're going to tap it down, make sure all that baking soda gets down in there. Okay, so once that's done, now our mom or dad or grandma or grandpa are going to help us with this part. So what we need to do is we need to stretch the top of it, and we're going to put it over top of our lid. So here it goes. So this is the fun part. So once your parents have put the lid on top, we're going to tip the balloon up and see what happens. Let's see if we can inflate our balloon. Look what's happening! Our balloon has inflated. So when the powder, the baking soda mixes with the vinegar, it makes a gas, a special gas called carbon dioxide. Wow, look at that. That's pretty amazing. And it's really, you can squeeze the top of it. It's pretty exciting. Let's shake it up and see what else happens. No. See, once all of that is mixed, the magic is kind of gone, but we still have air up here. All right. So let's take our balloon off. That was kind of fun. Oh my goodness, really on there. You can hear the air coming out. Awesome. Okay. So now that that's done, we're going to put that aside. Okay, for our next one, we're going to make a volcano. So this is going to be pretty cool. So you're going to need another empty water bottle. You're going to need some dish soap, some food coloring, but you don't really have to have food coloring. It just adds a little color to it. You're going to need your baking soda, and of course we're going to need our vinegar again. So this might get pretty messy. So again, with your parents helping you, if you have a dish like this, you could use, or you could use a cookie sheet to, just in case things get a little over the top and come down and get everything wet. All right, so let's get started. All right, so we're gonna put our water bottle inside our container here. All right, just move some stuff out of the way. All right, so we are going to pour some water in, about 2/3 into the bottle. Oops, so I'm gonna use my wet funnel. So again, you're gonna have to have some help with pouring. So we have some water here, so we're gonna pour some water in, about 2/3 full. All right, I'm just gonna show you, I've got my water in up to about here. Okay, so once we have that done, we're gonna take a teaspoon and we're gonna put some soap in there. So you can squeeze the soap into our little measuring spoon here. That's 1 teaspoon. And we're gonna pour that inside. Make sure it gets all in there. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're gonna add our baking soda. So I gotta look at my sheet here because I wanna make sure we get it right. So we need 3 tablespoons of baking soda. So I'm gonna use my funnel, my dry funnel, and my tablespoon, and we're going to measure. So there's 1, you can shake it down, 2, I'm really excited about this. Let's see what happens with this. Volcano. And our last one is 3. All right. So once we shake that all in, take our funnel out. Now, I have food coloring, but again, you don't really need food coloring if you don't want to. So I think let's do blue. So I'm gonna take the top off, and you could probably do this with your parents watching. Just do some drops in there. Depends on how colorful you want it. So I'm just gonna keep putting drops in. So once you put enough drops in, what you can do is take the bottle and kind of give it a little swirl. Look at that color going down in there. All right, we're gonna give it a swirl, mix some things up in there, the baking soda, the dish soap, and the food coloring. All right, so try and give it a good shake. Try and mix it all. So the important part now is to add the vinegar to see what happens. And I don't know what's gonna happen. I just hope that it just stays inside. We'll see. All right, so for the vinegar, we're gonna need our funnel. We're gonna put that in top, and I wanna make sure that we get the right amount. So let me check my sheet here. All right, 1 cup of vinegar. Okay, so once we've done all that, we're gonna take our funnel, we're gonna put it in the top. Now we need 1 cup of vinegar. Oh, I'm getting really excited, but really afraid because I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, so we're gonna have your parent pour 1 cup of vinegar. I'm just gonna move some stuff out of the way because I don't know what's gonna happen. This could get really, really messy. Another good thing to have on hand, I forgot to mention, is some paper towel. We might need it. Okay, so let's, I'm getting really nervous. All right, let's add it, see what happens. Oh my goodness, it went everywhere. That is so cool. So this activity can be done outside as well. Obviously, if it's going to be this messy, I think we should do it outside. So if you have gravel or dirt, it's a good idea to get your children to make it outside, make kind of like a volcano out of the dirt. But you can also put a cup in there and have them mold the dirt around it. And then you can do this experiment outside. That was pretty awesome. And I am covered. Okay, let's get this cleaned up.